Hey, Laura, I can't believe it. You're next to me.
I know. You're next to me too.
Oh
Here
God.
we are today. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. I'm here by Deb's house today. She did my hair for my birthday present. And thanks to all the people that wish me happy birthday. I'm so blessed. But we are so excited to be here today because we are here together.
Yes.
Yay.
And TGIF is Friday, the beginning of the weekend.
Yeah.
Beautiful day in Chicagoland. Got lots of fun things this weekend planned. And
you know what? I just want to remind everybody that if you are in an area where the time changes, the time is changing on Sunday, November 7th. So don't forget to change your time. I just want to make sure we knew that.
Well, I always like that because it's an extra hour of sleep.
Yeah, right.
And actually, we're going to be talking about something that has to relate with sleep. About
Exactly. It works out great.
And it's kind of funny. So this is going to be fun for us because we've never got to do this in person together. We're always miles away from each other. So. But hey, Laura, so, what are we talking about today? I know we were doing a lot of brainstorming.
Well, I think the big word for today is resistance. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about. We want to talk about how you start your day off and how your day goes first. And then we're going to talk some other things. But, we were listening and we were doing some research and we were finding out that if you start the day off wrong, your whole day is going to be like that.
Right.
So we were listening to that when you getting up in the morning and you're resisting getting up because you're still tired and you press the snooze button, that kind of sets a thing for the whole day. Don't you think, Deb?
Totally. Because I can tell you one thing right now. I can show you my phone and I've got a couple different times for my alarm to go off.
Yeah.
Well, I do, which is kind of bad, but not too long though. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just to kind of make sure that I really get myself up. But that first time I hear it, I try to kind of think for a few minutes, say a few prayers, look at a few social media places and check my emails and then I get out of bed. If you're snoozing too much and you're like, 10 more minutes, 10 more minutes, 10 more minutes. You're kind of doing this thing where you're kind of getting into the sluggish area where you're delaying the start of the day. So you're kind of dictating the way that your day is going to go.
Right.
Now you shouldn't jump out of bed too fast. You know why? And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because if you do, you can hurt yourself. But in a good way. I got to tell you, a friend of mine, Linda, if you're listening, who's a massage therapist, said that you should kind of get out of bed, get out and move, but don't move too fast because, your body was sleeping and it was in this nice state. You don't want to hurt a muscle, pull something or whatever. Okay.
Kind of like warming up before you're going to exercise.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like the same thing?
You know what else you're supposed to do? You're supposed to drink a lot of water when you first get up. Because do you realize that our bodies are dehydrated?
Oh, I'm sure they are. Right. Yeah. Right. I think when you rest, they do.
Mm-hmm. Right. So anyways, but I heard there was something that we can talk about though, Laura, that 6 ways to break some of the things and bad habits of resistance that actually can dictate how our day can be.
Oh yeah, exactly. We have 6 things here that could possibly make your day go a certain way. And the first thing is just do things right. Just do things the way you need to do them. You know what I mean? Like I said, turn the snooze button and all that, but just get up, do what you got to do. Like Debbie said, move slow. That's the first time I ever heard that, and I love it. And just do things right. Do things the way you're supposed to do it. Don't procrastinate.
We talked about routine just recently.
Right.
Routine. Okay, you guys, also talking about the fact that get your things ready for the next day.
Right.
Like lay anything out that you can do. I know what I'm going to wear the night before the next day, because that way I know, is it something I'm looking for? Is it clean? Is it, I don't iron, but if something that looks like it's right. So, that's part of just doing things right, having your routine set. So
does anybody iron anymore? I don't either.
I never did to begin with.
Yeah, I don't like to iron, but I know people that love to iron.
Yeah.
But that's so true. If you do things the way that you planned it in your head, that's my new thing I was talking about, is that I'm doing a schedule. because, I'm home all day long. And people say, well, what do you do that you're home all day long? Well, you know what? I do a lot of things, but I get more done if I write down what I have to do. Mm-hmm. And the next one is letting go of the past.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm the queen of that, of the past, because I didn't hurt. I didn't, I was be able to walk right. I used to work. So letting go of the past, that is a huge weight on your shoulders, mm-hmm. And what do you think about that?
You can even move that into something called like guilt. Being guilty because you didn't do this, or you didn't get that done, or oh my goodness, you didn't get all your to-dos done that you wanted to do the day before, so you had to move into this day.
Right.
Let go of like getting overwhelmed over it.
Oh yeah.
Don't get all absorbed in it.
Right. Well, it is, and the past is the past. Mm-hmm. I mean, we got to move on from it. I mean, like I said, I understand that, and it actually drags you down. Like I said, and the third thing is. Don't worry about the future. Right. The future, there's a thing, and I wish I had the reading in front of me. I wish I looked it up, or some people say, don't worry about the future, or if you're worried about the future because you need to worry about today. Mm-hmm. I mean, today is the day that you have to be the best version of yourself. Exactly. I mean, we can't predict what's going to happen tomorrow. We might have all the plans in the world. We write it down, which is great. That's what we're supposed to do.
Right.
But we need to not dwell on it as much as what we have to do today.
Right.
And I think that's really good, don't you think? I think it takes a lot of pressure off of you too.
Absolutely. Because, there's sometimes too that things happen like at the drop of a hat that we have to make an adjustment in our day. It could be if you have small children and they come home sick from school, or they are homesick and then you have to call in to work and you can't go, or maybe there's something that changed, or you have all of a sudden a meeting thrown into your schedule because maybe whatever. You know? So there's also this little thing of don't sweat the small stuff.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Because you know what? We can make or break our moods, guys. We've talked about this before in some of our segments about how our mood can actually dictate how our day is, but also the people that surround us.
Right. Exactly. So, and you know what? Enough is enough. Mm-hmm. We gotta just not put so much pressure on ourselves to do so many things. Like for example, I'm just talking to my daughter on the phone and she's sitting there telling me, I don't know why I'm grocery shopping. I got to be at work and leave for work in a half hour. Sometimes we don't plan right. We put too much pressure on us. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I like the high of that though. I like the high of knowing I got to get something done. But you know what? We're putting too much pressure on ourselves. We don't need to do that.
Right. And you know what? Sometimes you got to look at the schedule and you got to think like, okay, this is way too much on my plate. And so what really needs to be there? What's most important? And what can I move to the next meal?
Right.
Basically.
Exactly. Again, we're putting too much pressure. We got enough problems with this world. Okay. The next one is my favorite.
Me too.
Play. Yeah.
We gotta have fun, guys.
I think we have to do it. We have to do it every day. What would you do for play every day?
Well, you know what? For me, I kind of like, and it might sound kind of crazy, but I like to do my exercising as play. But it actually, when I get out on my bike and I ride and I see the nature and I see like the birds and I clear my head. Yeah. So for me, that's a play time. But also at the same time, I like to read. I like to watch funny shows. Goof around. Kind of chillax or whatever. Gardening, that kind of thing. What about you?
I like to listen to books on tape when I'm doing stuff. I like to do a lot of different things. I love to play with my cats, and I love animals, and so I play with the cats. And
that's good.
And I like to watch movies, and I guess it's kind of a staple for everybody. I'm so creative, but what I do is because I can't do things like I used to. Sometimes I go on Pinterest and just look at stuff.
Yeah.
Another favorite thing to do, you're going to laugh. I go on Amazon and pretend I'm shopping and buy all this stuff, but I'm really not buying it. I'm just picking it out, and I got this list of like $500 worth of stuff. Thank God I don't press the button to send it to me, right?
Yeah.
But that's one thing for me. I play that I got all this money.
Well, you know what's hilarious about that though? I knew this girl one time where she actually, now guys, okay, you might not be able to relate to this, but ladies, you're gonna. Every time she'd be PMSing, she would go shopping and buy a whole bunch of stuff. But then once she was done with that whole thing, she'd go back and return it. And can you imagine? The door, Gary sees the door.
Yeah.
Things
I know. Oh, shoot. I forgot. I pressed send. But I do. I think that's hysterical. I love doing it. I find a lot of fun stuff that way.
Oh, my gosh.
And I bet you some people probably, if they were wanting to go on vacation, they start planning a whole vacation, but they're not really going. So that's a play.
Yeah, hey, you know.
It's called play. That's adult play. So... and the best thing to do, you know what? I still believe this is a great thing, is to spend some quiet time with yourself, either it's in prayer or whatever, and listen to what is in your head. Listen, you know, and sometimes we're so busy, we can't really hear our thoughts, or we can't hear God speaking through us.
Right.
And that is just like the icing on the cake. Don't you think?
Absolutely. And, you know, how many times do we've talked about this. We've talked a lot about this in some of our things, about how when you have something that you think in your mind that you need to do that kind of weighs on you a little bit. It's kind of within the same thing too. And you got to act on it. I had someone the other day I was thinking very strongly about, and actually they ended up texting me, giving me some good news about a family member that I actually had been praying for. But I also think that little voice in your head is kind of your common sense, kind of telling you like, hey, you know, take it down a notch, or calm down, or let's think about like what's going on, or maybe it helps you to kind of just do more relaxation.
Right.
I think we all get so busy we don't know how to unwind.
Right.
And so then you can become in a bad habit.
Yes.
And when you do try to unwind, maybe you're just not getting enough of it. And then you guys, this all steamrolls into, you know, we're talking about being the best version of ourselves. It steamrolls into your health. You know, so then your immune system, and you're run down, and now you're run down. So then you're like more susceptible to maybe catching a cold or catching something else or whatever. So I think this listening to this voice within, Laura, is so important.
I think it is. And you know, because I have a creative mind, most of you know, my mind works better when I'm in that kind of a mood. I could come up with so many things. You know what? Do you know I could solve world problems?
I think we could solve the world problems right now. Honestly, God, okay? Seriously.
Sometimes I think I have that in me, but no, I'm just teasing.
I know.
But the thing is I come up with ideas on how to do things better. I will, you know, it kind of gives me a plan in my head of what I need to do. And again, we're talking about resistance too. Is a lot of times we're so overwhelmed on what we got to do that in our mind, we resist what we have to really do. So taking that time to kind of unwind and listen to ourselves, we're able to figure it out and realize it's not so hard.
Well, and you know, also I believe in really truly, and I know we've had these talks before. Do you ever feel like when you got something going on, okay, and you're thinking of what the actual, like, what would be the answer of how to get something done, right? Okay. Do you feel like sometimes the answer comes from someone else, but it's spoken in a different way, and you have to listen to it? So I guess open your mind. Okay, don't be so resistant in your own person of not listening to others and trying to kind of like learn from others too. I know it's kind of a little side note, but we're talking about being the best version of yourself. So, you know, I think that it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how wise you think you are. You can always learn new stuff, or you can learn from someone else, you know, and we here do not claim to be any authority again. Okay. We also don't, I mean, we're just two crazy chicks that decided to do this, to get on this platform, to talk about things that we deal with, you know? I mean, things that we feel that we get hung up on, and things that like put wrenches into our day and put wrenches into our relationships and stuff, you know? So if we, you know, and can we be the best versions of ourselves? Can we improve ourselves? Absolutely.
Yes.
We are always improving.
Yes.
But you know what though? So many of you have affected us in so many great ways.
Right.
I mean, Laura, think about it. Like we were just going over and looking at our YouTube, you know, and I know most everybody has good intentions, but we're going to just plead with you guys. Come on, guys, help us out. Go subscribe to our YouTube.
Yes, yes,
our YouTube,
yes,
please. Because here's the thing. We know that, you know, social media's changing a little bit. We don't know what's happening coming down the road a little bit. We're on Zoom currently. Then we put ourselves onto Facebook Live, but we record everything and we put it up on YouTube. But we want to be able to be available in different places. But you know, YouTube is great because you guys can go and get notified when we're dropping down a video. When we're interviewing now, listen, she has got us lined up. We can't tell you. We can't tell you who it is. We can't tell you when it is. We've got some celebrity style people that we're bringing on that are people that are bringing joy to others, you know, and that is the whole message here, you guys. Be the best version of you. Learn, you know, for the health and wellness of you, how to, you know, impact others and be, you know, on this great like journey that we together, Lori and I, have just had so much fun.
We have. And you know what we talked about today? Let's bring it into the holidays.
Yeah.
Let's bring it into the holidays. Because you know what? We, like Debbie said, the best version of ourselves is a reflection, will be a reflection on other people and how other people are going to respond to things. So, you know, each one of us, it begins with ourselves. And, you know, we got Thanksgiving coming, we got Christmas, and we have New Year's. And I know a lot of us want to get rid of this year, but you know what? We still got a couple months left, and let's make it the best we could do, you know?
And I just want to say something too, and just add it into here. It's not really on topic, but it is something I think that a lot of us should think about. And I know Lori and I have made this pact. I know we are. You know, we're all going to be having some holidays coming up. We're going to be with some family and friends. And a lot of family and friends there's a whole thing where people just don't get along because their viewpoints are different. I'm making it a rule that nobody can discuss and talk about. We need to be family and have fun.
Right.
Yeah, enjoy each other and love each other for who we are.
Okay? Right.
And if we don't agree on one topic or 10 topics, or we do agree, we're still not going to talk about it. We're just going to keep it family
and fun.
Family and fun.
F and F.
Up and
family and fun.
So with that, we're gonna say, guys, we appreciate that you guys have been out here and promoting and listening and all that, and we're growing. We're over 600. We want to get to 1,000. And I don't know, Laura, what do you think? Let's close us out with some thoughts you've got. You know what?
Okay. First of all, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube. Not all our YouTubes all our things are on there, but you still
we're getting loaded. Yeah, we're getting loaded.
Second of all, be the best version of yourself.
That's right.
Look in the mirror and say, today I'm going to be the best version of myself.
Right.
And you know what? Tell your family members that too.
Yeah, that's right.
Say, go out and be the best version of yourself today.
And lift each other up.
Right. And lift each other up. Great.
Right. Absolutely.
All right.
And with that, you guys, we're going to say, have a wonderful weekend.
It was great being together, Deb. It was fun to roll. It was great. Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Love you all.